I'm gonna be the Mandarin master one day. Welcome to my channel. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. I know that it's been a super long time since I uploaded my last one. I just want to thank you all for still sticking around and watching this another new video of mine. I just want to jump straight to the topic, and I basically made this video because I came across this channel, Mandarin Corner. Around 2 weeks ago, I just started watching their videos and I realized that they're really addictive. Like, I could easily spend 3 to 4 hours just watching their videos, and I just knew I have to make a video about this channel. It's really so awesome. I think their content quality, it is so good and it really stands out when compared to all the other channels. YouTube is such a great resource for learning Chinese, but this one particular channel, Mandarin Corner, just really stood out to me so much that I felt like I should talk about it. And who knows, in the future, I may find some other gems and I'll share about that as well. Okay guys, so without wasting any more time, let me just jump right onto my screen and highlight 3 main reasons why I think this channel is different and really stands out to me. Okay, let's go. Okay, so one of the first things that I like about this channel is that she makes, or I should say that she creates, this realistic situations, scenarios to teach Mandarin Chinese. So there are a couple of types of videos that she makes, and I think each of this series have serve a very different purpose. For example, she has this series of expressing your opinions in Chinese, whereby she's basically asking questions to random people on the street and just getting their opinion on various topics. So for example, let me show you this one video that I have been focusing on a lot. So I'm just gonna play a tiny bit from the beginning and then highlight key things that I noticed about this video.
说说你的看法。这期街头采访的主题是中国人是否会考虑跟外国人交往。那下面我们就直接来。
So one thing that I want to mention about this interview series is that it's really good for learning vocabulary, because most of the words will be repeated throughout the video. Words like you can see over here, 考虑, what you can consider, 外国人, foreigners, 交往, dating. So these words, they keep repeated throughout the interview in different ways and in different situations. And I think that's really great because you really get the fullness of the word, like how the word is used again and again in various ways. And it's just amazing way to learn vocabulary and get that word really cemented into your memory. So let me just keep playing and see and mention anything else that I notice.
考虑跟外国人交往吗？暂时不考虑。为什么呢？
The other thing that I really like about her, she doesn't do this in every one of her videos, but sometimes she would also have some extra information, like over here she's mentioning that it's Guangdong accent, so that's good to know.
因为我们那边特别传统。
看情况吧，如果有经济的条件下，应该会的。
你说的经济条件是什么意思？
有钱呢？
你觉得如果跟外国女孩
Alright, so there's this one thing that I'm quite struggling with. If you guys have figured out and you guys know about this, let me know in the comments down below. I've been seeing this 2 words being repeated in many places, but I still cannot figure out the exact meaning of it. The first one is the qua. I think it's more like a filler word because it's used in various situations, but it's hard to pinpoint what exactly it means. And the other one is
需要你有钱，你是这个意思吗？
不算是，但是
it's this one, 比较. I know that it means compare or comparatively, but I still think that this word is being it's being overly used, and it has other meanings as well. So anyway, this is basically what I'm trying to say. These interactions are very natural. She's asking a question, she's getting a feedback, and she'll ask more about that. So I think it's just I don't know, maybe I'm just overhyping this up, but honestly, like, I haven't seen any other channel do something like this. It's a very natural setting. They're out on the street and just talking about a random topic, and in a very similar fashion, she has made videos about all these other topics as well, like what kind of guys do Chinese girls like, what do Chinese really think about leftover women. And this is like a huge thing. I wouldn't say huge, but it's definitely a thing in their culture. And then the other topics, like, what do Chinese think about Japanese, and just the list really goes on. So this is just one of the series. So that's like one of her playlists, okay, whereby she's just conducting this interviews on the street. And then she has this other playlist which are walk-arounds, okay. And in this type of videos, she basically like takes you with her, exploring all these unique and beautiful places in China. She talks about what she's doing, what she's seeing, what is around her. She's interacting with everyone else, whoever is in the frame. So it's very spontaneous, and at the same time you get the same amazing subtitles that you had with the interviews. So let me just skip over the intro a little bit over here, and let's just play this for like a minute or two.
245的是咖啡和点心，下午茶认吃加门票的。那这些茶点还要另外加钱吗？已经加了。哦，就是已经用这个钱买了这个，嗯。那就2张票。发现这里有好多韩国的游客，我能听得出来他们在讲韩语，但是我听不懂他们讲什么，我也没有办法跟他们沟通。不敢的。
Just the expression that she made and the emotion that she expressed, and just saying bugan ta bugan, like, it just like this type of learning I don't think you can find anywhere else. It's just so much natural, so organic. Another thing, like, you're gonna notice is that she does not waste any time. Like, there are barely any moments whereby nothing is being said, or there's nothing on screen. There's always some interaction going on. She's always gonna be talking about something. There was even one part whereby she was just walking through like a market, and she wasn't really saying anything on the camera, but she made sure to have a voiceover and explain more of what was going on in that situation. All of her videos are really content filled. She really tries to make sure that the viewers get exposed to as much as spoken Mandarin as possible. And even when you look like how long these videos are, this is almost 1 hour. It's 53 minutes. Over here you have a walk around in Hong Kong, which is 49 minutes long. This is 30 minutes long. This is a lot, like, this is so much material that we can all just spend time and just work on it. This is almost 1 hour long. So I guess that this is another thing that I really like about her. And last but not least is that along with all this learning that you're doing, you're also getting to know so much about the culture, like what type of accent is being spoken over here, or just by watching this walk around videos, you get to learn through all the interactions, like how are people interacting with each other in real Chinese. This is, I guess that's the best way to put it. Like, it's real Chinese. It's not like something that you would see in a classroom or on a blackboard or on a whiteboard, whatever you guys use in your classrooms. It's actual Chinese, how it's spoken, and all of that has been broken down into this amazing, beautiful looking subtitles. You can, if you really take your time, pause, it's all here. You can really break down the whole video, figure out the grammar, and the more you watch it, the more different patterns you're gonna notice, and eventually your brain's gonna do its thing. Like, it's gonna try to recognize all these patterns and try to connect the dots and try to make sense of it. There's also this other type of video that she's making, whereby she gets into the lives of people in China, of their occupation, and how they, like, what do they do in their occupation. So for example, about being a tattoo artist in China, or being in a food delivery business in China. Just random topics like China night market, barbecue, food seller. She's interviewing these people and really getting into their lives and getting them to talk about their lives, which I think is almost like a gold mine. And especially with all the the subtitles that she provides, so that we can really break down the video and then really digest everything that's being said in the video. Yeah, guys, I mean, that's pretty much it. I know that this video is like for a very high level, and she will put it down mostly. Like in most of her videos, she does tell you that if it's HSK 3, 4, or 5. There's also a lot of material for HSK 1 and 2 over here in just sentence form. And even these videos, I know many other channels are out there who are doing an amazing job at making such videos, whereby you have a lot of sentences spoken to you in a specific HSK category for listening practice. And she does that too, and I think she does an amazing job at these things as well, even though I would say that these videos are not based on realistic situations. But I would say that if you do check her out, you will notice that her quality of sentences and the way she presents them is something very special. So yeah, guys, that's what I wanted to say. I would really love to know if there's any YouTube channel that you guys are using and you know that it's really working well for you. Let me know in the comments down below. I would really love to check it out and see what's out there. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, make sure to leave me a thumbs up and share it with your friends. It really helps me out with the channel. And yeah, that's it for now, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.